You wake up exhausted even after sleeping 8 hours. Your body feels heavy before the day even begins. You feel emotionally numb, constantly irritated, and strangely disconnected from the life you worked so hard to build. Most people think burnout only happens to weak people or lazy people. But according to Dr. Kirren Schnack in the book The Burnout Recovery Method, burnout is actually the result of prolonged stress and emotional overload. It slowly drains your energy, motivation, confidence, and ability to enjoy life. This video will show you how to recognize burnout, recover from it, and rebuild your life before it completely destroys your peace and happiness. Burnout is not a sudden collapse. It builds slowly through years of pressure, perfectionism, emotional suppression, and constant productivity. Many people keep functioning while silently falling apart inside. They continue showing up to work, answering messages, and smiling in public while feeling emotionally empty in private. Dr. Schnack explains that burnout often disguises itself as laziness, lack of motivation, or emotional weakness. But in reality, your mind and body are desperately asking for recovery and relief. Ignoring those warning signs only makes the damage worse over time. Society praises people who sacrifice sleep, peace, and health for achievement. Being busy has become a status symbol in modern culture. Many people feel guilty when they rest because they think productivity defines their worth. Social media constantly shows people working harder, earning more, and doing more. Dr. Schnack argues that this toxic mindset slowly disconnects us from our emotional needs. The result is a generation that looks successful online, but feels emotionally depleted in private. Many people are surviving instead of truly living. Human beings are not machines. Your nervous system was built for cycles of stress and recovery. But modern life traps people in endless stimulation without enough recovery time. Emails, social media, deadlines, financial worries, and comparison culture overload the brain every single day. Over time, your nervous system shifts into survival mode and stays there. This constant state of alert slowly drains emotional energy and mental clarity. You may not notice the damage immediately, but your body always keeps score. Burnout is more than feeling tired. It often includes brain fog, memory problems, anxiety, emotional numbness, and constant self-doubt. People experiencing burnout may lose passion for hobbies and relationships they once loved. Even small tasks start to feel overwhelming and mentally exhausting. Dr. Schnack emphasizes that recognizing these symptoms early is critical for recovery. Many people ignore these warning signs until they emotionally crash. The earlier you respond, the easier recovery becomes. Perfectionists and highly ambitious people are especially vulnerable to burnout. They constantly push themselves harder because they fear failure or rejection. Many tie their identity to achievement and external validation. They believe their value depends on performance and success. This creates a dangerous cycle where rest feels undeserved. The more successful they become, the more trapped they feel emotionally. Dr. Schnack explains that burnout often hides behind achievement and ambition. Burnout does not stay confined to work. It damages relationships, emotional stability, physical health, and self-confidence. People become impatient, disconnected, and emotionally unavailable. Some start withdrawing from loved ones without realizing it. Others become easily irritated by small problems because their emotional capacity is already overloaded. Dr. Schnack explains that burnout recovery requires healing the whole person, not just fixing work habits. Real recovery touches every area of life. The first step toward healing is honesty. You must stop pretending everything is fine when your body is exhausted. Dr. Schnack encourages people to notice their emotional patterns instead of ignoring them. Awareness creates the space for change. You cannot heal a problem you refuse to acknowledge. Many people stay trapped because they minimize their emotional pain. The moment you admit something needs to change, recovery can finally begin. Many people suppress emotions because they were taught to stay strong. They hide sadness, frustration, fear, and exhaustion behind fake smiles and constant busyness. But ignored emotions eventually surface through anxiety, anger, exhaustion, or emotional breakdowns. Dr. Schnack teaches that emotions are valuable information from your nervous system. Learning to process emotions instead of burying them is essential for recovery. Healing begins when you stop fighting your feelings. Your emotions are trying to protect you, not destroy you. Modern culture trains people to constantly rush. Many people feel uncomfortable with silence because they are addicted to stimulation and distraction. Dr. Schnack recommends building moments of stillness into daily life. Journaling, deep breathing, and quiet reflection help calm the nervous system. Sometimes the most productive thing you can do is pause. Slowing down allows your mind to recover from constant mental pressure. Peace often begins in moments of stillness. Spending time in nature has powerful psychological benefits. Natural environments reduce stress hormones and help the brain relax. Dr. Schnack explains that recovery often requires reconnecting with simple human experiences. Walking outside without distractions can restore emotional balance. Your nervous system heals faster when it feels safe and grounded. Even a short walk in fresh air can improve your mood and mental clarity. Nature reminds people that life does not always need to move so fast. Burnout often grows from saying yes too often. People fear disappointing others, so they sacrifice their own well-being. But every unnecessary commitment drains emotional energy. Dr. Schnack emphasizes that healthy boundaries are not selfish. They are necessary for survival and long-term mental health. Learning to say no protects your time, focus, and emotional stability. Strong boundaries create healthier relationships and healthier lives. Technology keeps people mentally connected to stress 24 hours a day. Many never truly disconnect from work or social pressure. Notifications constantly trigger the brain's stress response. Dr. Schnack recommends creating intentional breaks from screens and digital noise. Protecting your attention is one of the most important forms of self-care today. Your brain needs quiet moments without endless information and stimulation. Constant distraction slowly destroys mental peace. Sleep is not laziness. It is one of the most important biological recovery systems in the human body. Burnout becomes worse when people sacrifice rest for productivity. Dr. Schnack explains that quality sleep restores emotional regulation and cognitive performance. Without sleep, stress becomes much harder to manage. Poor sleep also increases irritability, anxiety, and emotional instability. Protecting your sleep is protecting your mental health. Mental exhaustion affects physical health, and physical health affects emotional stability. Poor nutrition, dehydration, and lack of movement intensify burnout symptoms. Dr. Schnack encourages small, sustainable habits instead of extreme lifestyle changes. Simple actions like eating balanced meals and moving your body regularly make a huge difference. Recovery happens through consistent daily choices. You do not need perfection to start healing. You only need small, healthy actions repeated consistently over time. Burnout often creates emotional isolation. People feel misunderstood or ashamed of their exhaustion. But healing becomes easier when you talk openly with trusted people. Dr. Schnack emphasizes the importance of emotional support and human connection. You are not meant to carry everything alone. Even one honest conversation can reduce emotional pressure significantly. Supportive relationships are powerful tools for recovery. Many people overload themselves with responsibilities that do not truly matter. Burnout recovery requires learning to prioritize what genuinely adds value to your life. Dr. Schnack recommends simplifying routines and reducing unnecessary pressure. Doing fewer things with more intention creates peace and clarity. A meaningful life is not built through endless busyness. Many people are exhausted because they are constantly chasing things they do not even truly care about. Simplifying your life creates room for emotional recovery. Burnout destroys motivation because the brain feels overwhelmed. Trying to completely change your life overnight usually leads to failure. Dr. Schnack encourages focusing on small, achievable improvements. Tiny victories gradually rebuild energy and self-trust. Consistency matters far more than intensity. Simple actions repeated daily create long-term transformation. Progress becomes powerful when it is sustainable. Most people think calmness is a personality trait, but emotional regulation can actually be practiced and strengthened. Breathing exercises, mindfulness, and meditation help retrain the nervous system. Dr. Schnack explains that recovery requires teaching the body that it is safe again. Peace is not something you find, it is something you build. The more often you practice calmness, the easier it becomes to handle stress. Your nervous system learns through repetition. One of the most powerful ideas in the book is that human value is not tied to achievement. Many people believe they must constantly earn rest, love, or approval. This mindset creates endless pressure and emotional exhaustion. Dr. Schnack challenges viewers to separate identity from performance. You deserve peace, even when you are not producing results. Your value does not disappear when you slow down. You are a human being, not a productivity machine. Burnout recovery is not just about reducing stress. It is about creating a healthier relationship with yourself and your time. Dr. Schnack encourages people to rediscover joy, creativity, and meaningful experiences. Healing requires building a life that supports emotional well-being. A successful life without inner peace is still empty. Real success includes health, emotional stability, and meaningful relationships. A balanced life creates sustainable happiness. Many people postpone rest until they reach some future goal. But burnout teaches a painful lesson. If you ignore your limits long enough, your body will eventually force you to stop. Dr. Schnack reminds readers that rest is essential maintenance for the mind and body. Protecting your energy today prevents collapse tomorrow. Rest allows your mind to recharge and function properly. Recovery should become part of your lifestyle, not an emergency response. Recovery from burnout is not instant. There will be good days and difficult days. Progress often feels slow at first, but every healthy choice strengthens your emotional resilience. Dr. Schnack's message is clear. Healing is possible when you consistently care for yourself with patience and compassion. You do not need to rush your recovery journey. Lasting healing happens gradually through daily care and awareness. Burnout does not mean you are broken. It means your mind and body have been under pressure for too long without proper recovery. The Burnout Recovery Method offers a roadmap back to emotional balance, energy, and self-respect. Its lessons remind us that protecting mental health is not weakness. It is one of the most important responsibilities we have. If this video helped you understand burnout and recovery, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for more life-changing self-improvement content. And remember this, success means nothing if you are too exhausted to enjoy your life. For anyone feeling emotionally drained, overwhelmed, or disconnected from life, this book offers hope, clarity, and a practical path toward recovery.